with you. For anything that gives somebody money, have a strong relationship with you. And that relationship is called a transactional relationship. What did I say? Transactional relationship. It's a relationship of transaction, which simply means that you can survive. Tell me what survive. It simply means that you can earn a living. Tell me earn a living. So there is no problem having food on your table, clothes on your back, roof over your head. But please, if you do that already, it's time to start thinking significant succession, legacy project, or instead of thinking about all those things. So looking at what the best way is to connect with people that are moving in your direction of interest in life. We call them mastermind mentors. What do we call them? Mastermind mentors. The person must have some level of experience. The person must have some level of systems and structures, because without systems and structures, there is no future. And business is built around systems and structures. And the business also teaches on millionaire skills. Tell me what millionaire skills. These are skills that put millions in your pocket. Number one of them is called problem solving skills. What did I say it's called? Problem solving skills. Nigeria is full of 200 million people with 200 million problems. Anyone you solve can make you a millionaire. Number two is called leadership skill. What did I say it's called? Number three is called people management skills. Number four, emotional intelligence skills. Number five, self-awareness skills, and so forth. So these are the skills you need to build people. 10 or people. This is a skill you need to build a team. 10 or team. It's a skill you need to build an organization like MTN, Glow, Etisalat, Montu Suite, Wadbridge Hotel. It's a skill you need to build a community. 10 or community. It's a skill you need to build a business family. 10 or business family. And the family you build is more important than the one you came out from. So you can see this relationship is called a significant relationship, or you call it a transformational relationship. They can delay you, but they can never stop you from succeeding in life. And those contributing factors are the sun, the moon, the weather, the naira, the dollar, the rice, the beans. Every factors you see, you can't control them there. Your president, your governor, your commissioner, your local government chairman, your pastor, your bishop, anybody you cannot control. Anything you can control is called contributing factors. So the factors you can control is happening inside of you. Those factors are called determining factors. What did I say it's called? Determining factors. Those factors determine your success. There are two factors embedded in every human being you see. Number one is the positive, number two the negative. And we have these factors embedded in us. And one of those positive is winner, one of them is a loser. So we want to encourage everyone, please focus on the positive factors and the winner inside of you. Those positive factors and winners inside of you are the faith, the courage to take action, determination, commitment to a process. These are all determining factors, the positive determining factors that will make you succeed in life. The negative factors that stop men from succeeding are the fear, doubt, anger, bitterness, resentment, hatred. These are the factors that stop men from succeeding. So looking at the screen, you are the most important factor. Tell your neighbor, I am the most important factor. Turn to other neighbor, tell your neighbor, you are the most important factor. So you are the most important factor in life. Once you improve, everything will improve. Once you grow, everything will grow. You cannot give what you don't have. You only get who you are on the inside. You only attract what you are on the inside. If you're a positive person, you're going to attract positive. If you're hot and bitter, you're going to attract hot and you give hot and bitter. Because hot people hurt others. Kind people give kindness. Lovely people give love. Caring people give care. So you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you don't have. So people only treat people the way they are. They see things the way they are, not the way things is. You see the world the way you are, not the way you are not the way the world is. So you are the most important factor in life. So once you grow, everything will grow. So we're starting a topic for this season, for this week. It's called Get Rich and Stay Rich as an entrepreneur. So you also get rich quick, very fast, and stay rich. So how can you get rich and stay rich? There are factors, there are systems, there are processes, there are knowledge that you need to have that money will keep flowing to. We call it cash flow. So how to clarify your financial vision. So we're going to discuss how to clarify your financial vision. So it's part of the things you need to do. You sit down and visualize how your financial life will be. We have about 6 to 7 outlines there. We have to look at them. So because these are the problem. You cannot have anything you have not conceived. Anything you cannot think, anything you cannot mentally talk about. 8 outlines. So the first one is called the context for the concept. The context for the concept. So we discuss this today for the concept. So the Get Rich and Stay Rich program we have for you. The next one is called the time perspective. The time perspective. So we have to discuss that. Number 3 is called the long range goal. So you must have a long range goal. So you must have the long range goal. So you cannot set in a goal for yourself, the long range goals. So you must do that. Number 4, you must have the mid-range goal. So mid-range goal. So you must set those things. Nobody will do it for you. Your legs were meant for you to stand. So you are meant to learn how to stand on your legs and then learn to do it by yourself. A child that's afraid to fall will never walk. All of us started walking by falling down. So it's part of the process. So don't come and tell me, oh, I want to have a good financial life. So what are your goals? He said, please, Sarah, what must be, must be. It's not my fault. Anything God say I will be, that's what I will be. No, you got to be intentional. Tell me, I am intentional. You must be intentional about your financial life. Don't leave it in the hands of government. Don't leave it in the life of anyone. So we have the short range goals. So we have to discuss this. And these are the things you have to sit down on your own. Get a thinking chair, get a thinking corner. So you have the generational vision. You have to think beyond yourself. Generational vision. So you must think about tomorrow. You must think 20, 30 years. You must start thinking about significant legacy. And we have so financial structure. So you must set it for yourself. Nobody will do it for you. Financial structure. So you can't learn it that we are teaching you right now and set it for yourself. Nobody will do that for you. So they get rich and stay rich. So we have to discuss that, how to get rich and also stay rich. So we have to, and now is the best time to start this thing. So I call it okay, let me stop there so that it will help me a lot. So, and we just finished a training yesterday, and I would actually love to do some revision about that training for those of us that's just joining us for the first time today. So you can see what we have been learning for the past 2 days. So we were talking about God has a style, strategy, and system for manifesting anything on earth. So if God has the style for strategy or for manifesting a system, so we need to also learn those ones because God created on his image and likeness. So God always used process of seed time, harvest, and season. So God plants what he wants to produce, so what he wants to grow, seed for the future needs, invest where he wants to increase. So we need to model the pattern and embrace the principles of manifestation that God uses in creating and manifesting everything you see on earth. So we need a particular mindset which it comes to manifesting our intention. So in terms of manifesting your financial vision, there's this mindset I want to be discussing very soon. And that's the mindset I want you to embrace to manifest your life goals, your financial goals, and your everything you want to happen in your life. So we need patience, faith, resilience, fortitude, and tenacity to submit our potentials to the process of time. Of course, which will initially involve gravitropy, that is going downward towards gravity, and that's growing root and growing in dark, growing in silence, growing without recognition, growing without, of course, celebrating, going without reward. We need to embrace that before we go phototropy, which is going towards the sun, and that is when we can now bear fruit, become fruit-bearing trees. It takes courage, conviction, and character to submit to a process that converts your seeds into fruit-bearing trees and deliver you the promises that you have. So we are currently teaching and educating ourselves about investing because our factory school system is absolutely committing a crime by removing the subject of investment and also imagination from our school curriculum. That was the greatest evil they've done to us for not teaching us about investing, how to invest in the school, from nursery school to primary to secondary to university. It's nothing like course like investment, nothing like course like imagination. These are the two subjects that gives people advantage in the society. No way, because it was intentional. It's the conspiracy of the rich that the average man and the poor man will continue to remain average and poor. So these are the two things that make us different from a poor man that we should not ever know it, because effort is a common denominator. Knowledge is a differentiator. Tell your neighbor. Effort is a common denominator. Knowledge is a differentiator. Between a rich man and a poor man is what the rich man knows and the poor man doesn't know. He doesn't do those things. So if working money, becoming rich and wealthy was by effort, we know today that those that carry Dangote cement from trailer to warehouse, they would have become the richest men in the world. So if by effort, people that push you out in the market, they would have become richest men in the world. So it's not by that effort, it's the knowledge behind the effort. So we also see that the school factory system was committing a crime for passing all of us through the earliest to the latest stage of our teachings and educating us without investment, without the knowledge about how to use our power of imagination. So the younger we start this process of clarity about where we are going to financially, the earlier will also retire financially free, financially independent, freedom of mobility, freedom of expression. From time freedom, we'll have the time to enjoy our life. Imagine now you start paying yourself 10% to buy investment, buy assets. The earlier you start, the better for you. Because many people are trading their time for money. They think that to make money, you have to work and collect salary. You have to trade your time, sell it. So it's our goal to short range this process. That's how we are doing what they call delayed gratification, training and talking about this investment so that we can start having investment and make money work for us. So let's go to today's class. Today's class we're talking about let's start from here, context for the concept. So on your note, just write context for the concept. Let's take one or two statements there before we can now go to our perspective. So let's see, our context is about our financial vision. Everybody here needs to sit down, because what is happening to us in Tinubu is a clear indication that if you never plan for Tinubu, Tinubu is already Tinubu in you. It's already happening to you right now. So, Joseph said 7 years of plenty, 7 years of lack. So that's 7 years of plenty. He advised Egypt that they save 1/5 of all their proceeds. 1/5, that means in every 10 is 2. So 20% of whatever they produce, they save this for the purpose of the famine. So you now plan in summer for the winter, you now plan winter for the summer, you are making a big mistake. The Bible did not say go to the lion and learn. He said go to the ant, learn. Do you know what ant do? Ant plan for summer in winter, plan for winter in summer. And ant doesn't stop. If ants are moving, so your ant to go and get their food, if you like carry blocks and put, they will climb, they will move behind, they will find a way. They are not going to stop. They are moving, nothing can stop them. They are unstoppable force because of their nature. Tenor nature. So you should learn. So this picture of finance is that in the next 6 months from now, there's a way your finance, the money is supposed to work for you. Let me tell you, whether you plan for it or not, 6 months will still come and go. Yes or yes? In the next 3 months, 3 years, 5 years, either you plan for it or not, they will still come and go. It's not better you plan and be in charge. Tell them I'm in charge. No. Touch yourself. Say I'm a success. You can do better. Touch yourself. I'm a millionaire. Anything someone else tells you, the person is lying to you. Let's take this, write this one down under context for the concept. The starting point for smart investors. The starting point for smart investors. The starting point for smart investors is to clarify your long-range goals. Full stop. The starting point for smart investors is to clarify your long-range goal. Your long-range goal. The starting point for smart investors is to clarify your long-range goals. So I'm going to give you the goals: personal, career, and finance. I'm going to talk about those ones, but let's see how far we can go. The starting point for smart investors is to clarify your long-range goals. Full stop. Is to clarify, have a clear direction, have a clear destination, because speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without destination. So where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be in the next 20, 30, 40 years? Where do you want to be when you are no more on earth? Is to clarify this long-range goal. Full stop. Write this down. Without long-range goals, your financial decision will be short-sighted. Without a long-range goals, your financial decision will be short-sighted. Without a long-range goal, your financial decision will be short-sighted. That is a problem. If you cannot sit down with your note, I say get a thinking chair. Some people call it quiet time. I call my own thinking chair. Get a thinking chair before you go to bed. With your journal, sit down to write down who do you want to be in the next 10 years? Who do you want to be in the next 5 years? Without a long-range goals, your financial decision will be short-sighted. I'll give you 2 scriptures. Like I told you, I'm not a pastor. I don't want to become a pastor. I don't want to become one. Your church is enough. I'm your business mentor. I'm your financial investment mentor. I'm your investment mentor. I'm your business mentor. I'm an entrepreneur. But I like to, because I'm born again, I speak in tongues. So I like to also take some scriptures here to teach you from the scriptures. So understand, this thing I'm telling you, God already designed for you already. Now you know one study, because it's the glory of God to conceal a matter. Honor of a king to do what? Say chat matter. Study, and study is a royal habit. Only kings study. So I love this one from the book of Proverbs 29 verse 18. Proverbs 29 verse 18. Proverbs 29 verse 18. Proverbs 29 verse 18. And it says something that says, where there is no vision, the people do what? Perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. That means, write this down. The absence of vision is a formula for death. Full stop. The absence of vision is a clear formula for death. Where there is no vision, my people perish. The absence of vision is a formula for death. If you want a man to die, make the man not get vision. Make the man not get vision. So, where there is no vision, my people do what? Perish. The absence of vision is a formula for death. So write it like this, the way I want to write on your notes. I want to write it like this. No vision equals because death. Let's just put like that first. Comma equals people perishing, people perishing, perishing. How do I spell this? Not perishing. How do I spell? Am I correct? Okay, perishing, comma, family perishing, business perishing, relationship perishing. Anything that is perishing in somebody's life, there is no vision. Organization perishing, ministry perishing, businesses, country, no vision equals death, comma, people perishing, family perishing, business perishing, relationship perishing, organization perishing, etc., etc. My two. So anything that perish in this life, you know, get vision. Let me also clarify something because we've been doing this for some time right now. I said that anything you are thinking about yourself is called good idea. Tell me, good idea. Good idea. Anything you think about other people, others. You see that now, okay, how can I make the life people better? How can I add value to people? Anything you think about others is called God's idea. Tell me, God's idea. God's idea. So if you think about yourself, whatever you will get is called achievement. Tell me, achievement. You think about yourself, it's called achievement. You think about others, people, it's called fulfillment. Tell me, fulfillment. Fulfillment only comes because you do things that benefit others. Think about yourself, it's called career. Tell me, career. Think about other people, that thing is not career again, it's now calling. Tell me, calling. Think about yourself, it's called dream. Tell me, dream. Think about other people, it's called destiny. Tell me, destiny. Or you call it vision, because vision has to do with others. Dream is just personal. Think about yourself, it's called passion. Tell me, passion. You think about other people, it's called purpose. Tell me, purpose. People say, okay, how can I be purpose? Purpose doesn't have to be personal. So you can see, when I talk about vision, I'm talking about God's idea. I'm talking about something that can incorporate other people, organization, family. You don't think about your financial life, your tomorrow. How do I want the financial life of this family to be better? There are some families, once their children, when they give birth to a child, they open an account. Every month they're making deposits in that account for the next 20 years. And they're ready to wait until that thing works. But some people, no, I want it, nah. That is why delayed gratification is one of the biggest assets of a wealthy man. Instant gratification, of course, impatient, one of the biggest liabilities of a poor man. So when I talk about vision, I'm not talking about your dream. Dream is what you want for yourself. Vision is what you want for other people, including yourself, inside. So you should sit down and say, okay, how can I become the ultimate version of myself? And make sure anybody that comes in contact with me, they will be impacted. They will leave me better, powerful, the way they meet me. So it's one thing we'll talk about your financial life. We'll come into the more details, one by one steps about your financial life, because most people are arriving in a financial destination which they never planned for. Where you are now financially, determined by who you are thinking about yesterday, 10 years. In fact, where you are financially today is 10 years decision, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. That since you did not plan, you arrive at somewhere, not where you want. So for me to actually take you from where you are to where you ought to be, it's not going to be an event. I need like 5 days training for your mind. So your mind can start believing, because in the spirit when you believe that you're a success. But for your mind to be to work on, because man is a spirit. Man is a spirit. Man is a spirit, but that lives in a body. Tell no body. But he has a mind, or you call it soul. So you have a mind. So on the spiritual realm, no problem, you receive. But your body must be competent. You must be skillful. You must be competent to perform that task. And your mind must believe, because this is a problem now. Some people, our mindset is very, very wrong. Poverty is mindset. So our mindset, the way you think and feel about yourself. So I'm going to work on this one and this one, because your mind must believe that you are worthy. Tell your neighbor, I'm a success. Tell your neighbor, I'm a millionaire. You have to. It's called auto-suggestion. You have to self-induce faith. You have to suggest to yourself that you are that which you want to become. I'll give another scripture before we go to the training for today. That place is going for Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2 verse 2. Habakkuk 2 verse 2. Habakkuk 2 verse 2. So the guy says something. Habakkuk says something. He said, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it what? Plain upon the table, that he may run that readeth it. So what it simply means that don't just have a vision. No. Have you written it down? Because anything you write down, you've trapped it on the earth. The only thing that will make that thing not to become a reality, that you do not take corresponding action. Then action. Action is between your ideas, your thoughts into the reality. So because man is a transporter, Man moves things from the invisible world to the visible world. Man moves things from the spiritual world to the physical world. So the only way man can move things from the spirit to the visible is action. It's an action. And not just one day action, is consistency, persistency. You have to persist. If you don't persist, you will take whatever life offers you. And guess what life offers you? Little or nothing. So you also decide where you want to go financially. Have a clear direction. Tell me direction. Know your destination, because if you don't do this, someone is planning for you. Government is planning for you. And guess what they plan for you? Little or nothing. So you will be who you are in the next 5 to 10 years, except for the books you read and the people you hang around with. Hang around with Westerners. I told you, the claim we just finished, that anything you can save, anything you can spend, anything you can waste, anything you can invest is called currency. Eternal currency. Right. And I mentioned 4 universal currency: time, attention, energy, and what? Money, cash. So we discussed those because I don't want to start wasting resources again. You have to be resourceful to manage resources. Write this one down. I'm very sure you write this one. I said, okay, write it down. Short-sightedness don't factor in things that are invisible. Short-sightedness don't factor things that are inevitable. Short-sightedness don't factor things that will empower you financially. Short-sighted don't factor things that will empower you financially in a long run. Short-sightedness don't factor things that will empower you financially in a long run. Thereby you will make poor quality decisions, poor financial decisions. Short-sightedness don't factor things that will empower you financially, thereby making poor financial decisions and choices. Short-sightedness don't factor things that will empower you financially, thereby making poor financial decisions and choices. So a man that makes poor decisions and choices because he's not thinking far, he's not thinking tomorrow, he doesn't have a vision, because that's why he's not factoring those things. If you don't factor those things will not empower you. So short-sightedness don't factor things that will empower your financial decisions, thereby making poor financial decisions and choices. So you see, without write this one down. Without a long-range goals and vision, everything will deteriorate. Without a long-range goals and vision, everything will deteriorate, self-destruct. Without a long-range goals and visions, long-range goals and vision, everything will deteriorate and self-destruct. Everything will deteriorate and self-destruct because of lack of compelling vision of a future. I think that particular statement, I don't know how I wrote it like that, but it's fine, but you do understand. I say without a long-range goals and vision, everything will deteriorate and self-destruct because of lack of compelling vision of a future. So why people don't persist? They never had a long-range goals. Without a long-range goals and vision, everything will deteriorate and self-destruct because of lack of compelling vision of a future. So before they finish the class, we have to set up a compelling financial vision for a future. That is the only way you can wake up in the morning and say, I must go and do things to make money. I must do things, I must create value to give to people and exchange as a law of exchange. I said without a long-range goals and vision, everything will deteriorate and self-destruct because of lack of compelling vision of a future. Without a compelling vision of the future. So why I'm telling you this is because clarity precedes success. Write it down. Clarity precedes success. Clarity precedes success. Full stop. Clarity precedes success. So the more you clear about where you are going to, the easier it is to arrive at that destination. Clarity precedes success. So you also have a clarity of your financial vision. Clarity precedes success. So, and why I'm saying this is because I would also like us to write this down. Financial peace is not the acquisition of items and things. Financial peace is not the acquisition of items and things. Financial peace is not the acquisition of items and things, but living less than you earn, living less than you earn or make, Financial peace is not the acquisition of items and things, but living less than you earn and living less than you need. Financial peace is not the acquisition of items and property, but living less than you earn and living less than you need. So you also live below your income, not above your income. Once you live above your income, you will borrow. You will not have financial peace again. You'll be running and hiding away from peers. Say financial peace is not peace of mind. It's not the acquisition of items and things, but living less than you earn or living less than you need. I call this sound judgment. Sound judgment is adjusting your lifestyle, adjusting your expenses, and increasing your income. Anybody that doesn't apply sound judgment in Tinubu government, I can tell you, he will always be in financial trouble, financial mess, financial debt. He will be owing. So financial peace is not the acquisition of properties, it's not the acquisition of the items and things, but living less than you earn and living less than you need. It's very, very important, because for you to actually own an asset, for you to set like 10 years, 20 years vision, one of the things we'll be doing is that you must be ready to adjust your lifestyle, adjusting your lifestyle, adjusting your expenses, and ready to increase your income. And it's one of the major reasons why families and businesses fail, in ministry fail, because they don't have a clear objective or a compelling future. So if you don't have a compelling future for your financial life, you will not fight to become successful. You will not fight to become wealthy. There's nothing to fight for, because it's not compelling enough. Write this down on your notes. If you don't have a compelling financial future, then your future is not worth fighting for. If you don't have a compelling financial future, then the future is not worth fighting for. It's not worth fighting for. Nothing is moving you now. You just want to go and make money, buy a car, buy house, die, bury, throw away. Nothing to compare you. If you don't have a compelling financial future, then your future is not worth fighting for. So they just gonna make money. We are millionaires to rock money. So the fact is that I'm not thinking future. That I don't want salary. I don't want anything future. Just give me salary of 200,000 naira. Okay, I am fine. And see what they do. They just collect the salary and they spend. That's what we poor people. Poor people collect money and hand over to the rich men. They collect salary. They buy recharge card. Buy this one. Buy shoe. Buy clothes. Pay tailor. Pay water. Pay Maggie. He hand over the money to everybody. He will never pay himself, because he's not worthy. He feels he's not worthy of payment. While a rich man, any money he has, successful men, we pay ourselves first. Tell anyone, I pay myself first. Who know like I'm making go hub transformer? You are the most important person on your journey of success in life. So the thing is this: without a compelling financial future, then the future is not worth fighting for. So, and you will just end up accepting what life gives to you, which is pain not, instead of persisting in the direction of your vision, your dream, and using imagination to hold things down for you. Write this down on your note. Write the vision and make it plain, that others people will be able to understand it. Write your vision down and make it plain, so that other people will be able to understand it. Write your vision and make it plain. I'm going to show you how to write it down. We'll talk about that shortly. Write the vision and make it plain, so that other people may be able to understand it. Other may be able to understand. So sit down and describe yourself. Design your financial life, because you are the architect of your success in life. This is where I want to be in the next 6 months, 1 year. You must do that. I gave an assignment the other day that everybody should go back home and think about your 10 years from now. Write 10 years plan, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. Take it to your mastermind mentor. So all my people that are bringing my own to me, and that they take your own to your mastermind mentor. So you sit on your mentor and discuss about your life. Most people don't discuss about their life. They wake up to see themselves that a year older. That will keep telling us this year, all of us must be a year older this year, whether you like it or not. We are going to be +1, or we are already +1. Yes or yes? So whether you plan for these things or not, it will still come. So write the vision and make it plain, so that other people may be able to understand it. Full stop. If you cannot explain your vision to someone else, it is not clear enough to you. Write it down. If you cannot explain your vision to someone else, it is not clear enough to you. If you cannot explain your vision to someone else, then your vision is not clear enough to you. So, what do you want to be next 10 years? By God's grace. By God's grace is not a strategy. You have to tell your neighbor, by God's grace is not a strategy. It's not. So I said, if you cannot explain your vision to someone else, then it is not clear enough to you. You are still in the developing stage. or developing your idea stage. So you're seeing that developing your idea stage. So it's not clear enough to you. If you cannot explain your vision to someone else, then it is not clear enough to you. Or you are still in a developing stage, or developing your idea stage, or still developing your idea. So you don't sit down, you don't need distractions. See, nobody can write a clear vision when there is so much distraction. In this world today, there's so many distractions: Facebook, Instagram, billboard, radio advert, television advert, your neighbor, your church, everything is seriously disturbing you. They are calling for school fee, house rent, gari, fufu, rice, beans, distraction. They are calling for the village. Papa no feel fine, mama no feel fine, headache, malaria, typhoid. So this is what I encourage you to do. I want to decide your life, because I want you to decide your life and live the life you decide. Be the designer of your financial life. What you need to do, like I always practice my own. I go back home, I have 3 children, so they have to talk to me. So the last one, he just learning how to speak. So the guy talk too much, He will report house help, report gate man, report security man, report even. You must sit down and listen. That is when you now understand when the person they chop rubbish. You go talk that you as everything you must say. Everything you must do what? You go that. You don't even understand what the guy they talk. You must answer. Tell answer. The while is you don't answer. The guy go, my son. The guy you must answer every rubbish. So once it's 9 o'clock, you then go to your room, right? My wife has a time from 9, 10, 11. Once 11 and 12, they leave me alone. It is my me time. Turn on me time. I get my thinking chair. All of you should get a chair and put in the corner of your house. Any chair at all. Get a journal of your phone, of data. Keep them very far. You need to sit down. Don't sit down like this. You are seeing that you are not sitting alone. You are thinking problems. There are problems. Don't sit down like this. You are having problems. Don't sit down. Don't sit down like this. You are thinking problem. If I am not alone there, don't sit down like this. You also relax. Then relax. Forget problem. Now you are going to talk about your future. No, the problem no they finish for this life. Tell anyone about family problem. No they finish. So please, family problem is too big self. Your personal problem since you were born, solving your personal problem. Have you finished solving your personal problem? Do you know why you have not solved it? Because nobody sat you down and tell you that it is not all the problem you should solve in this life. Some problems die by ignoring them. Tell your neighbor. Some problems die by ignoring them. Some problems expire with time. So okay yourself. Now it's your future. You must fix this financial life. The way to fix it is simple. You need a journal. Tell no journal. You need a book, pen and paper. Don't carry 20 leaf. This is not 20 leaf matter. This is not 40 leaf. This is not 60. This is hardcover. Tell no hardcover. Or you carry journal like my own journal. You can see. This is a journal. You can see a journal. The difference between journal and diary. I didn't say diary. Diary is schedule of date and event of programs. This journal. You need to sit down. Pick an area of your life. My financial life 10 years from now. My career life. My marital life. My business. You also sit down. As you sit down, begin to visualize. Meditate how your life is going to be. Any ideas are dropped in your heart. Those ideas are valid. They're not valid. Document it down. Anything you write down, that is valid. The only thing that will stop that thing from being a reality, manifesting in real life, is that you did not take corresponding persistent action. Turn action. Don't worry, we'll get to those ones shortly, but I have to do the practical. But let me just finish this context for the concept. We are still there. Write this one down. If you cannot write your vision in a paragraph, command 1 sentence or 2. If you cannot write your vision in a paragraph, if you cannot write your vision in a paragraph, if you cannot write your vision in a paragraph, command 1 sentence or 2, it is not clear enough to you for someone else to understand. Full stop. If you cannot write your vision, repeat the statement 100 times, there is no problem. If you cannot write your vision in a paragraph, command in 1 sentence or 2, then it is not clear enough for someone else to understand. If you cannot sit down, write your vision in a paragraph, in 1 sentence or 2, it is not clear enough for someone else to understand. So it's not clear enough. You are supposed to sit down and decide how you want your life to be. Please, if you don't decide it, government will decide for you. You know what? They will decide for the way they decide for my mother. My mother worked for government for 35 years. The woman retired, still broke and poor. After sacrificing 30 years working for this government, because she never had a vision for herself. Government tell her, come and work for us. We'll pay you salary every month. Until you collect the money, she will squander the money. Collect the money because nobody told her. Not any money you work for is called sweat money. Tell us sweat money. You are not supposed to consume all your sweat money. If you consume, you're a consumer. You're a problem there. You are supposed to save a part of that money, 10% minimum. So that money it's called errand boy. It's not errand boy. Use that money to send on errand, buy assets, buy investment, treasury bills, bond. So that money can work for you. So the earlier you start fixing your financial life, your financial vision, seeing that to pay yourself for the purpose of you to buy income generating assets, they're better for you. If you don't do this, let me tell you what happened to you. From January, today is 1st October. Tell your neighbor, happy new month.
Happy New Month.
4 people's account is zero. 10 or 0. If na zero, forget that. Now minors are owing debt is a problem. There's no problem. Yeah, they tell you, oh, things are not working for me. Things will never work for a man who never plan. Things will not, he that fail to plan to fail. Yes or yes? So let's go to the second outline, which says time perspective. I think we can end somewhere here today. Time perspective. So I read in a book about a professor of a political science in Harvard. His name is Professor Edward Banfield. The man concluded in his study on social mobility that the main cause of upward mobility, why people are succeeding in life, is because they have a long-term perspective and horizon and the ability to delay gratification in favor of a bigger picture. So I'll just give the last statement so you can read what this man concluded. Is Professor Edward is a political scientist in Harvard. So the man concluded these studies. Okay, why people are succeeding in life? The man says something, said, write it down on your note. The main cause of upward mobility, successful life, successful financial life. The main cause of upward mobility, successful financial life was a long-term perspective. The main root cause of upward mobility, successful financial life, was a long-term perspective or horizon. Full stop. The ability to delay gratification in favor of a big picture or a better tomorrow. The main cause of the upward mobility, a successful financial life was a long-term perspective or horizon. Full stop. The ability to delay gratification in favor of a bigger picture. The ability to delay gratification in favor of a bigger picture. Last time we have been telling us we live in the world of cause and effect. Say no, cause and effect. We live in a world of cause and effect. The main cause for upward mobility, successful financial life, is the ability to delay gratification, is the ability of a long-term process, is the ability to actually have this long-term perspective. So I say we live in the world of cause and what? Effect. So for every effect, every poverty you see, there's a cause. Every wealth is there's a cause. So it's like saying we live in the world of root and fruit. So for every root that want to grow a tree and pray fruit. So God will not give you a tables. He gives you trees. They're not trees. You convert it to a table. They're not table. So God will not give you certain things that God will allow you. God will give you ideas. They're not ideas. You convert it to items. They're not items. God will give you thoughts. They're not thoughts. You convert it to things. They're not things. So these are the things. So the main cause of success, financial success, the main cause is the ability to do what? Delay gratification in favor of a bigger picture. So if you don't decide that, if you don't do this thing, that is, you're going to arrive at a destination you don't like. So I'm going to end somewhere here. So I'm going to show you economic status and time perspective. So we'll discuss it and then we call it a day. So by tomorrow, I know that we're starting from somewhere. So I'm going to show you like this. This is called economic status. Economic status. They will call it time perspective. Time perspective. So on the ladder of time perspective, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the highest ladder is called investors. They're not investors. Investors, they always think 10 years and above. 10 years and above. Anything they do, they're thinking 10 years and above. They're sitting here with you right now. They're saying, okay, how will my 10 years be? All their thoughts is always 10 years and above. We have this one called the business owners. Sorry, we'll take some notes. Business owners. Business owners, they always think about 3 to 5 years. They always think anything they're doing. They want to go into poultry, fishery, producing chairs and clothes as an entrepreneur. Because I'm talking to entrepreneurs and investors. They're always telling you, 3 to 5 years. That's what I want to start enjoying this benefit. But you know, there's some, this is self-employed. All the self-employed people, they always think about 6 months at most. 6 months. Then the one is called employees. Employees, their mindset is always 1 month. Anything they're telling you, how much will they pay me monthly? That is their language. Monthly salary. Anybody is talking to you about month vision every time, He's not always thinking beyond 1 month. He's an employee. He's the lowest of economic status. Poverty go smile because he's not having long range goals. He not get them long range vision. So economic status define the way you talk. The clarify tells us the economic status. So I'm talking about how we can live a life of significant succession. Because success is not a success without a successor. So think, okay, you did not come from a wealthy home. Fine, I understand. So don't you have a plan to hand over wealth to your children? He says, it's not my fault. My grandfather was poor. My father was poor. So you must be poor. God forbid. Then God forbid. So since you did not come from a wealthy home is supposed to come from you. So you're telling me, my background. When you are up to 30 years, you are now in the background. Tell your neighbor. When you are up to 30 years, you are the background. Stop complaining about my background. So let's take some notes before we call it today. So, okay, let's take some notes. If you are ready to take some notes under time perspective, I showed the time perspective already. The communication, the words of. See, let me tell you, you need to understand it. The only way you know whether you are a rich man or a poor man is the way you talk, because your words frames your thought. Let me write it down your notes before I continue. This is frame. Frame of picture. There's a picture here. So the pictures are your thoughts. The pictures are your thoughts. Your words are your frame. Your words frames your thoughts. So by the time you open your mouth, you know the size of your picture of your mind. So the picture, what you're thinking is a picture. The only way you know the size of that picture in your mind is your words. Your words frames your thoughts. So this is a frame. Picture, and a picture have a frame. So the frame is your words that you say with your mouth. The pictures are your thoughts. So the only way we know the size of your thought is the way you speak. So your words frames your thoughts. We say a poor man is communication. You see that things are hard. Nobody is helping me. Poverty mindset. Poverty will never be your portion. People they communicate negatively every day. That I know him and run away from poverty because it's contagious. It's virus. They're not virus. See, the quality of your conversation determines the quality of your life. If you want to change a man's life, change the quality of education, because whoever that controls your education, your syllabus controls your life. The always says bad communication corrupts good manners. Yes or yes? So you do not stay around negative people because they will infect your life. They will make your life so miserable. So whenever I see a man talk, I know the size of his thought. When there's some discussion that can happen in a poor neighborhood with $50 billion. You can never hear it. Because they're not thinking that thing you're thinking. That thing you have to call it takers. When you're a giver, know your limit. Takers have no limit. Tell your neighbor. When you're a giver, know your limit. Takers have no limit. So your financial frame, your communication about money will tell me that whether you're ready to succeed or not. If I say don't communicate, if I spend 2 days with you, I will know why this person will make it in life or not. Because see, success leaves clues. What did I say? Success is predictable. If I see the way you spend money, I will know why you're going to succeed or not. I don't spend 2 days with you and observe you. I will tell you. It's not about I'm a pastor or prophet. No. It's pattern. It's not pattern. There's a way a poor man spend money. There's a way a poor man talk. There's a way we communicate. And this person has to change the mindset. It's not mindset. Write this down on your notes. Some people in their lifetime, become rich and wealthy. Some people in their lifetime become rich and wealthy because they embrace delayed gratification and patience. Some people in their lifetime become rich and wealthy because they embrace delayed gratification and patience. Some people in their lifetime become rich and wealthy because they embrace delayed gratification and patience. So the biggest asset of a wealthy man is delayed gratification and patience. The biggest liability of a poor man is instant gratification, impatient. Some people become wealthy in their lifetime, because they embrace delayed gratification and what? Patience. Why some slide down the social ladder, slide down the social economic ladder, slide down the social economic ladder, squander and spend, spend and waste. Some people slide down the social economic ladder. They slide down the social economic ladder. Why some people slide down social economic ladder, squander, spend, waste, and dissolve all their inheritance. Some people slide down the social economic ladder, squander, spend, waste, and dissolve all their inheritance because of instant gratification and impatience. So, some people, no matter what you do for them, they will die poor. No matter what you do for them, don't give a poor man money more than 3 times. I've been telling you this thing. They go on the work, but they will never succeed. I will tell you why. Some people slide down the social economic ladder, slide down. Why? They slide down, squander, spend, waste, and dissolve all their inheritance because of what? Instant gratification and impatient. Full stop. Because of instant gratification, impatient. No matter what you do, you don't want to sit down and learn. There's no problem. See, the fact is that as far as you don't ready to learn, that's what poor people, they hate learning. They don't want it at all. They don't want learning. They want, will forget that. I was talking to Ambassador Bombilon yesterday. He was telling me that it's not only you. See, people don't want to work. Go to secretariat, they don't want to work. They want to skip work. They want to dodge. It's not just people are naturally lazy. So you must put strong restriction, tap in, tap out for them to work. If you don't put them, it must be structures, systems and structures. It must bring in an iron hand for you to work. This is the bank as they work. Because of if you do anything, query, sacking letter, everybody don't want to. So some people slide down the social economic ladder, squander, spend, waste, and dissolve all their inheritance because of what? Instant gratification and what? Impatient. So, full stop, writing this one down. Planting a seed to eat the fruit in 20 years shows a high level of long-term perspective. Planting a seed of greatness, planting a seed to eat the fruit in 20 years shows a high level of long-term perspective. Planting a seed to eat the fruit in the next 20 years shows a high level of long-term perspective and will likely push you to the top of the ladder of social economic status. Top of the ladder. Planting a seed to eat the fruit in 20 years shows a high level of long-term perspective and will push you up the ladder of social economic status. Will push you up the ladder of social economic status. Oh, 9 o'clock is already here, so we need to close this class. The class was supposed to pass 9 o'clock. Wow. So, I said, planting a seed of greatness. Seed of greatness could be money, could be time. Of seed of greatness to eat the fruit in 20 years shows a high level of long-term perspective and will push you up the ladder of social economic status. So, for you want to be at the top of the ladder, you must actually have this, I've called it delayed gratification and impatient for the purpose of a bigger picture of a financial future you want to design. But we want to design your financial vision very soon. But I have to put this foundation and water the ground so that we can build upon it. So, you know why this is important? Let me give you a few statements before we call it today. Write this down in your notes. Short-term financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary. Short-term financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary. Short-term financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary, just to make enough money to pay bills. Short-term financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary, just to make enough money to pay bills. Short-term financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary, just to make enough money to pay bills and start all over again without a bigger picture of 2 to 5 years, 2, 5, 10, 30 years will likely put you in poverty and down the ladder of social economic status. Short-term financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary, just to make enough money to pay bills and start all over again without a bigger picture of 2, 3, 5, 10, 30 years and above. You can put 2 to 5 years above. Short-term financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary, just to make enough money to pay bills and start all over again without a bigger picture of 2 to 3 to 5 years to 30 years go will likely put you in poverty and down the social economic status. Down the social economic status. Your name na sorry. Because every month, let me stop there for today. Tomorrow we continue. Because I want to show you that is the worst place to find yourself. The worst place to find yourself. I said short-term financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary, just to make enough money to pay bills and start all over again without a bigger picture of 2 to 3 to 5 to 30 years will likely put you in poverty and down the social economic status. That means you'll be here. Down. Either you are here or you are here. You cannot cross this line because you are not thinking about anything long term. Your only that I just need money. You are not saying that's okay. Before this money comes, you must be resourceful before resources comes. You must be successful before success comes. So you don't sit down and design your life. That's what I want to do with you. Want to sit down? We've not started the class yet. I say short-term goals, financial goals of month-to-month paycheck or salary. Come out just to make enough money to pay bills and start all over again. Without a bigger picture of 2 to 3 to 5 years and 30 years above, we'll put you in poverty and down the social economic scales or status. So we put you down there. So when you see a man that is broke and poor, the man needs information. He needs knowledge. Knowledge is packaged information. Tell us to solve a problem. He needs direction. Tell us direction. Do you know why you need direction? I want to say this to you. Children need parents. Tell no parents. A father that provides, a mother that nurture. Adolescent need a friend. Tell no friend. An adult needs a mentor. Tell no mentor. Once you are above 18 years, you need a mentor. You need guidance. You need direction. Because speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without decision. We read a book that says The Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. He says it's not about getting money and business. Look at the ladder. Look at where your ladder is leaning. I hope it's not leaning on the wrong wall. It's not on the wrong wall of employee or self-employed. Your name, sorry. If you're employee or self-employed, you need to start practicing the habit of wealthy men, which is to pay yourself and buy assets. You know, assets. That is the only way we can escape. If you don't do this thing, you end up like my mom. I used to tell my mom when I was in final year, Mommy, please buy assets, buy investment. Mommy no here. Mommy no here. Mom sit down retire. 5 years after retirement, Akwa State government have not paid retirement benefit to primary school teachers. You know, see, I hear the book. So right now, she's not struggling. If not because we don't come make money, they are taking care of Momsy and Popsy. If not, Bahala day. But that is a good one. That's why we can stop. That's why we're going to stop today. I'm not done with time perspective, but our class is 8 to 9. We don't like exceeding 9 o'clock. You have to come here on time tomorrow. So you can start exactly 9. I mean, like 8 o'clock. We have a lot of topics to cover. So you'll be financially, intellectually empowered so that life will work better for you. So you only attract what predominantly occupy your mind. What you pay attention to will manifest in your life. Because you are paying for it with your attention. It's called currency. So the online community, please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. You know why? Mentorship is the shortest cut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentor will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And bye-bye for now. For the rest of us here, I want to be sure